following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we combine two video games, Dead or Alive and Dead or Alive Volleyball.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast.
You forget what it was called for a second?
This is his third podcast of the day, so
It's true.
You could say fourth.
could say fourth.
2 episodes of Schweiss and Johnson.
No,
Can't
that's
say
why
my
that
own
one
name.
extra long.
Yeah, we do 2 at a time. And then After Dark, and then this. So yeah, a little tired, a little,
Yeah.
little confused as to where I'm supposed to be right now. Is this not Conan Cast? The Hyborian Hour? Whoa! Fucking sweet name, right? Yeah, dude. Fucking oh yeah. That's for
Are we
later.
gonna go full bore into that?
Maybe.
Just waiting for a couple podcasts to end.
Yeah.
Meet their natural end.
Yeah, I have an old professor that I contacted about doing it with me.
Yeah.
Or us, depending on if you guys actually want to partake.
I mean, I'm down for the Conan hour.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe you still haven't seen that first movie.
It's fucking... Oh, dude, it's cool. It's so cool.
James Earl Jones, man.
Like...
All the hairstyles in that movie are, like, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They're all, like, early 70s hair metal bands.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking sweet. Even James Earl Jones, it's, like, amazing. Excellent.
Yeah, he's got, like, fucking bangs and, like, weirdly long hair. And
Yeah.
Nice.
The music is so much better than Conan Exile's music, too. That's, like, fan fiction version
Yeah.
of the real deal. But yeah, I contacted one of my old professors from UVU who showed us that movie in his class to dissect it. And I was like, hey, you want to do this thing? I think you'd be perfect to join. So if you guys don't do it, I have someone who I can do it with.
did he say yes then?
Yeah, he said he would. But he said yes, but I'm like, I don't know if he understands what I mean by let's do a podcast. Not one, I mean like a shitload.
You should probably explain that.
Yeah, I'll clarify. I'll be like, hey, just so you know, this is going to be a beast.
I don't mean like an episode.
I mean like 100. Like one for every piece that is out there. So like
100 episodes?
Probably.
I highly doubt that it would be 100 episodes.
You think it'd be more?
No, it'd be less.
Well, I would do
A
one
lot
for
less.
each short story and each book. So we'd review those. Each game, review those. Each movie, review those. Comics, each like set of comics, like whatever you would consider. Let's review this. I have to look at other podcasts that do similar things and kind of take what they do and put my own spin on it. It's kind of so like you listen to a comic podcast, right?
Make it just different enough.
Yeah. Well, I want to know what the format is to review a comic because I'm not sure how.
They go by book,
Okay.
which is an individual.
This
Why are you masturbating yourself in front of me? You put his 2 fingers together.
I was trying. I don't know why I did that. I was. I was trying to show you that it wasn't like the thicker like volume.
I know it's not the thicker, it's
like
you.
The thinner.
This one comic reviewer that I watch on YouTube occasionally, he reviews heroes or villains instead of just the comic book by itself. He goes and talks about that hero specifically in the comics they appear in and just their role and whatnot.
That could be a cool side thing to do.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about doing with...
Put Craig's knowledge to the test.
Yeah. That's what I thought about doing with Schweiss and Johnson, just like character, biopics.
Afterwards, you could just do character arcs and biopics and just walk that character from beginning to end.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to do that, so it probably won't happen.
No.
But,
is he going to go on tour again sometime soon?
I don't know. They have an album that's recorded. They just haven't released it, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I mean, only like one person, 2 people know of his band, and
maybe you should bleep that out.
Nah,
actually do some post editing.
He'll never know.
Yeah, you say that. Does he have a Twitter handle?
He doesn't use Twitter. He doesn't use social media.
Okay, he might not know.
He's social media woke.
All right, nobody say anything.
Yeah, don't speak.
We could definitely trust you guys.
Yeah, you don't ever throw us under the bus. You would never do that. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, though, and if you guys are down, we could, but if not...
I don't know if I'd join Comic Cast.
What I was thinking of doing is the main show being the books and the movies and the comics, and I could just do it with that my old professor.
Right.
And then we could do the games.
Okay.
I don't know, though.
And I would be down for, like, the books and the movie, but...
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I don't want to, like, not do it with you guys, because, you know, we're podcast bros, but Craig has a podcast and needs to finish first, and I have 2 podcasts I need to finish first before I even do anything like this. So it's like, I don't know, I need to finish up some other stuff first.
We'll have to come up with how we want to go about it, and then put it in place before we go.
Yeah, it'll be a while. It'll be like at least till, you know, the beginning of next year, if not like second quarter. Quarter 2 of Geekdom Entertainment introduces Hyborian Hour.
We will not do those fucking books about the MMO. I will not do that. There are 4 of them, Cam.
Yeah.
And they're not even about Conan. They're just about the world that's in the MMO specifically.
I don't see a problem if we play the MMO.
Is it the Exiled Lands, Craig?
No, it's not even Exiles. It's the fucking other one. It's the Age of Conan. The old MMO that came out in like 2007.
It's still alive, though, right?
I think so. I haven't heard anything about the servers dying, but I don't really want to play the MMO.
Why not, Craig? You don't want to play
we
a Conan
have fucking
MMO?
Exiles, man.
One of my favorite things about the Conan game that we play is the fucking crafting and building. Why would I want to play an MMO that doesn't allow me to do that?
That's what an MMO is, though, right?
No.
It should have crafting and building,
Like, can you actually go build like the way you can in Conan Exiles?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just like every other MMO out there.
That's exact. So when you say MMO, I'm thinking fucking, Warcraft, Neverwinter. And...
Yeah, it's basically like those. From the little I've seen of it, that's just how it goes. Like you get better equipment, then you go on raids, and that's...
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to play that? Are you kidding me?
Well, if it's part of the Conan cast, then I would.
And I don't think that it's...
Yeah, so another part of the MMO life, are there people
that.
playing it? That's another question.
I'm sure there are people still playing. And even if they're not, if all 3 of us play it, we have a party.
Yeah.
Not a big enough
party.
Okay,
no. If the Conan cast is a real thing, then yes, I will play it.
Okay. If we go through with it.
Yes.
And the other option is I could have that guy on for like specific episodes, stuff like that.
Whatever he's wanting to. Which university does he work at?
He works at UVU.
Okay.
So. But
it's too bad he doesn't work at BYU.
Why?
Because he could have an end to Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, I already know people who know him, so I could talk to him. I mean,
hey, Brandon Sanderson, we want you on a thing.
Hey, do you want to be on a Conan podcast, Brandon?
We want to talk to you about Robert Jordan's Conan books.
Yeah,
different cast idea, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh! How fucking cool would that be?
Mm-hmm.
Do a fucking Wheel of Time podcast with Brandon Sanderson. That's like...
See, that was part of my whole idea, not to do it with him, but to interview him at length and cut the interview into pieces and spread it out throughout the series.
That's a good idea.
That was my starting idea for that.
I had him sign my copy of Towers of Midnight.
It's a good thing he lives in the same state.
He does a lot of book signings in this area. So
he does, yeah. He's obsessed with that.
And so, yeah, I mean...
It's a nice hard copy.
I mean,
he's not going to sign a paperback. He's like, get that out of my face.
He totally would.
I don't know, man. They're kind of like they're cheap fuckers with that. They're like, oh yeah, you could buy this version and I'll sign it. Like, what if I have this version? He just grabs it, and throws it behind his back. No,
so
buy the new one that's overpriced and hardback.
In he signs fucking stickers that you can stick inside of his books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
So
think
he's an OG.
I don't think
cool.
he'd mind signing the
not
book.
as good as like actually signing the book.
No, it's not. And so I don't think he'd have a problem signing a paperback. But if you're like arguing he won't sign a paperback, he signs fucking stickers.
Look at this. Look at this. This is a character in Age of Conan gazing at the snowy mountains of northern Samaria.
What was that little noise you made? Conan's cactus slipping down your throat?
Yeah, that was Conan shoving it down. No, I
you
was,
wouldn't have been able to make any sound.
I almost said it was
Conan's-
Conan, but it's not Conan. It's a fucking character in
Yeah,
an
it's
MMO.
his character.
But look at
It's
him.
that's the Aquilonia armor, I think.
Look at that Samaria right there.
I mean, is that actual in game?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That might be a cutscene.
It's on the computer, for God's sake. Give it
Dude,
some
I
fucking...
saw some screenshots. It's fucking. Oh my god! It's 2003. Fuck, man.
Well, no, that's when they started developing it, and this is someone who did a project in 03. So it's like they took a guy who made something
Okay.
big in 03. Yeah, it looks fine. I mean, it's not like Exiles looks good. I mean, it looks kind of like shit.
Yeah.
Exiles
Well,
actually looks good
Exiles
for the kind of game it is. Its
Exiles is
mechanics
also,
make
like,
it fucking look like
vaguely
shit.
cartoony.
But Exiles actually looks like a pretty decent game.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. So fuck, I want to play nothing but that. Honestly,
I could get back in that Conan life.
I know.
I bought that PS3 one.
Oh,
But
are
if
you
we,
serious? Oh my god.
It was like $11
No. If
on
we,
Amazon.
but I also want, if we get back into Conan, I kind of want it to be on the PC this time.
Dude, I have to experience it on the PS4.
You have
The trophies, though, I need to get all of them. Legitimately, like, truly obtain. I don't
Like
think it'd
I
be
did.
that hard.
You did not. You fucking don't even.
I got that plat, man.
Yeah, you teased the fuck out of it.
The game let me.
Yeah.
It was like, here, have this plat. And I was like, thank you, Conan. I will take it.
And if you try to legitimately get it, it'll take you at least.
Oh, it'll take like a fuckload of time.
I know, but, like, I don't mind it.
I
It
know,
sounds so enjoyable to me. I don't get it. It's because it's not that good. There's something there, though. There's
You have
something
to,
there.
It's pretty fun when
plat
you're
it
playing
on
it with
an-
other people.
You have to plat it on an official server as well.
We already have, like, a third of the trophies on our own server.
Right, but see, the reason why it's on the official server is our own server was just us learning the mechanics of the game, what to do, but now the true Conan experience needs to be had on an official server where there's
Yeah.
no, like, you know, special experience that you get, blah blah blah. None of the special settings. It's just base Conan on an official server with other clans there.
See, I think the base, when we messed with the settings, we ruined the game. For me, it was over. Because everything was going too fast. And I don't know, man. There's something about the way that grind is that I don't mind. I don't know what
Dude,
it
that
is.
grind is too long.
It's heavy.
Just so you
long.
know, if you do it on an official server with other clans there, your shit will get rated, and so you can take time.
and your body's still in the game,
Yeah,
so you can have your shit stolen from.
No, it'll take time to fucking grind shit you need, and if you're not on during the raid hours and your fucking base is raided while you're offline, you're fucking just out of luck.
yeah.
I wonder how those world chests deal with, because those have like the unique weapons inside them
Mhm.
that you get when you're level 60.
Yeah, after getting the
I-
keys from world bosses.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
wondering
what about
if
them?
like they'll just all fucking disappear. Like, because if we
No,
join
they'll
a
still be
server,
there.
some people will have already grabbed them.
Well, I think they might be character specific.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things where it's character locked.
So the things that are inside those chests are also
But you
random.
can steal stuff from people, so...
Well, it wouldn't be character locked after you unlock it, unless it just disappears, or if it's always on your person. I don't know how they're going to deal with that aspect, because I know MMOs have like.
I'm pretty
locked
sure
chests.
that
Well,
the
that
items
one's not
in
an
the chests are
MMO.
random,
It's just...
It's not,
and
yeah.
you can just open it.
I mean, it
whenever.
kind of is.
I guess
you
in
can get a lot of
some-
people.
I guess in some way, yeah, but
It's like it's. I
the
don't know.
max is like 24, so it's not really...
So here, God damn it, we're turning it into the. This is the Conan cast. I was thinking about also just trolling the Nude Clan guys, and like we just do Conan for like 3 or 4 months, where it's just nothing but like Conan comics and movies and
Jesus.
games. And like
We do have that Conan board game we need to review.
like I was thinking
yeah.
like, and that was an idea I had for Nude Clan. Like, oh, what if we did seasons? Like if we did a season of Conan, like we just did Conan for like
See, the
4
problem with
months.
that, is that yes, a certain a portion of our listener base who enjoys that
Yeah.
will stay there, but then we'll lose everyone else.
And it's fucking awesome, so we'll have fun.
Right,
But will they?
no. So
If they're not pussies, they will.
Fact that we change, the game every so frequently.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we're doing. That's what keeps everyone around.
Well, that's why you do the MMO, you do the hack and slash Conan game. Like, we'll mix it up. It's not going to be MMO, almost MMO, then hack and slash, then board game. It's board game, MMO, hack and slash, board game, kind of
PS2
MMO, PS2 game, PS3 game. It's fun. It's a mixture. It's just like the mixture now. You got the Souls one. I don't think there is one, but there could be. I think, oh, dude, you know how fucking sweet it would be if From Software made a Conan game? Oh, man. Dude. That would be fucking awesome. I want that to happen.
I'd rather Platinum Games made a Conan game.
No. Conan, it needs to be slower and, like, deliberate. I don't know if he's really that way, but he's kind of more of a berserker half of the time. I think both genres would work, though. So Platinum Games needs to get the license, and then they need to give it for free to fucking From Software, and then they come out with Conan games. Yeah. But no, here's what I want to do with Conan Exiles, though, Cameron. This is the dream, right? I play it by myself and finish everything in the game solo and with the thralls, so I experience it that way. Mm-hmm. Then I experience it with friends and listeners on a server that I actually fucking continue to pay for, instead of pay for it once, then it dies, and then Craig pays for it once, and then it dies, and we're just like, what the fuck is happening with the Conan server? Nothing. So I want to play it again with people and like do our clan war ideas, and like maybe we'll turn up the heat once we've all had enough of grinding and fucking around. And then we all play as a clan on a real server. So I'm talking like 1,000 hours of Conan Exiles here, give or take a couple months.
And then when you said join it as a clan, who do you think will be playing it with us?
You, me, and sometimes Greg. Probably not very many other
Against
people.
fucking those mega clans that get established.
You know what? We had people that played with us. The server was almost full.
No one stuck to it as long as we did.
Well, we don't know that because we stopped playing, and we also stopped paying for the fucking server.
No, I was there.
Were you?
Yeah,
Were you there at the
I was
end?
paying it. I paid it for 2 months after Craig stopped.
That was a different server, though.
Yeah,
No, it was the
But
same one that I
same
had.
server.
Well, yeah, the same one you had. But we have our own server, so I want to do my own server, like, mostly solo, right? And then, like, just truly experience the majesty.
Well, you can just play the game.
No, I know, yeah. But
Yeah.
That's playthrough one.
You don't need to have a server spun up to do
It's
that.
your own server. It's weird because like
Yeah.
I can join. So like Kent's server, like when he starts the game, he has it like creates like an instance or server like of your own. But friends can join you. But when I joined Kent's, my guy was already like level 5 on my own because we were like, "What the fuck is this game? Let's play something new." Mm-hmm. And when I joined his, my character reset. So my character on his server was level 1. But on my
Right.
server, my guy is still X amount of levels. So it's not really a server, but I can invite people to it. So it kind of is. It's like an instance. It's weird.
Right.
And it took me a minute to figure out what the fuck was happening. I was like, dude, I'm like level 15 on mine. Like, where the fuck is my shit? And of course, now we know there's potions to reset all the stats. So like, it's a free for all when you get later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once through by myself, just a passion playthrough, just like naked candlelight, just fucking. I've got the fucking the saber-toothed tiger rug that I'm laying on naked, just firelight crackling, Conan Exiles for a good month straight of my life, and then we play together on a private server, and then we go into the real world.
Yeah.
Because the real world, that's like Rust. That's like the game, And Rust, I think you could probably do custom servers too, but we never did. We only played online with other people.
I don't know if I'd be all in as I am on Rust, though.
No, Rust, and it's weird because, like,
I don't like Rust as much.
no, it's not as good.
Well, it's
And,
because
like,
Rust fucking kept resetting, and so it became annoying. And
But
then
see,
they
that's
changed
how-
a lot of the mechanics
Yeah.
at like one point.
that's how we have to join a Conan official server, though. We have to wait till they do a reset so that we're on, everyone restarts, and then we go in, you
I
know?
don't think they do resets on
Yes, they
those.
do.
They have to. It gets crazy. Like, you remember our data that was going up? That's why they reset it. It's because if you don't, it's like fucking obscene. And shit starts lagging and shit starts fucking up.
But also, that's kind of how Conan is as well. If there's too many actions happening in the same space, then lag happens.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why building your base inside the volcano is a clutch move, because people trying to get to your base, they lag into the
lag
lava.
out.
No, they lag into the lava because they'll try to jump or do stuff, as people are fighting, and they're trying to blow stuff up. And Conan can only process so many things at one time because the way the game's built only uses how it uses the hardware.
Jesus
and people
Christ.
will fucking lag into lava and all sorts of stuff.
You just fuck, and the thralls, they don't glitch. You glitch.
yeah,
They're one with the glitch. So that is amazing. That's a
but
great idea.
but then we have to get into building pillar bases. No more of these fucking grand bases on the ground.
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
to build them up in the sky.
That's for chumps. And I mean, I'm gonna buy when I get into it, like when I have time to just dedicate my life, I'm dropping $100 for that collector's. Like, I'll just get all of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of DLC. Like,
There's a lot of DLC that's not worth it.
yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Well, it's mostly just like cosmetic stuff.
Got the game for free, man. It's like throwing my $10 in for Pokemon Go, except for it's like Conan, so it's way cooler. And that's what's best.
I mean,
in
they do
life is-
offer like those building stuff. Like that newest one gives you
Treehouse.
treehouse
Yeah.
stuff
Oh,
and
man.
taverns,
I
and then
read up
another
on
one
it.
gave you vaulted ceilings and Colosseum bits.
Vaulted ceilings and stuff, that's good for like role play stuff, and same with the treehouse. But they don't really offer an advantage over the vanilla building items.
Yeah, it's just kind of for fun.
Yeah.
I think it'd be sweet to be up in the trees.
But you can be up in the trees with normal vanilla stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
so
Because the game is so fucking broken, you can build pretty much anywhere if you get the right
if there's
spot.
if it's connected somewhere and you have enough fucking what's it called, support,
Yeah, you can do.
then you can do it.
You can do whatever you want. Ah, dude. We should just stop.
Stability, that's the name of it. Yeah.
We should just stop the show right now and go home and play Conan Exiles for 3 hours, and then I'll go to work, and then we'll finish this up tomorrow. All right, so we went and played Conan Exiles for... No, I'm just kidding. Wait. I'm still sitting here. Sadly, unfortunately, we have to talk about Dead or Alive. I didn't even play Conan Exiles. We just spent 20 minutes talking about it, and I'm just thinking about playing it.
we haven't played it in months.
I've spent more time thinking about playing that game than actually playing other games this week. That's how it is.
Yeah.
What have you been playing this week?
I played a bit of Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy. I was trying to do the Colosseum stuff. Just, I don't know. I'm getting kind of bored of the game, and I died a couple times. Like, I don't know fucking how. In one of the areas against random enemies, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. And I went to go get items, but I had the cutscene that led me to the Colosseum, and so I'm like, let's just fuck around in the Colosseum for a little bit. And so I killed everything that I can kill, and then I'm going to go back and finish Chapter 13, I think is what I'm on. And Joe is in the end game of that. He's
on the
post
last
stuff.
chapter.
Yeah, it's a really long one apparently, but so I played that, and then I played a good chunk of Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Nice.
I died against Genichiro about 40 times probably. It was an excessive amount. I'm not very good at that game.
He was pretty easy to read by the last few times.
Yeah, I
could get to his third form pretty much every time.
I usually could by the end, yeah. Sometimes I would fuck up enough that I would just let him kill me. It was like, nah, it's not worth it. But it's funny because the time I actually beat him, I almost had nothing left, and I just like was super clutch in the third fight, and I was like, yeah, okay, he's dead. Yeah, just those two, though, for this week. Nothing else. Thought about playing a couple things, thinking about it.
Just thinking
Yeah.
about it.
just on the mind.
Staring at that Conan Exiles.
Sounds like kind of what I do, thinking about playing some.
Yeah, yeah. Every week of the show, Cameron thinks about playing what he's supposed to play. Just looks at Sekiro and he's like, "That's a fun game."
Yeah.
He just goes to sleep instead, or whatever the fuck. Sad though. Sad. Not enough gaming. But yeah, there we are. What about you, Craig? What have you been up to?
I played some Rocket Slime.
Oh wow, you're doing that now, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I played a little bit of it before, but no, yeah.
Hey, you guys need to do another episode.
Yeah, that should be our next one. And then I played a little bit of Sekiro. And
Shadows die 40 plus times.
Yeah, dude, the fucking mini boss I'm on right now, harder than any of the other bosses that I fought currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Actually, I think it's a chick, but I can't tell. He's like, they're wrapped up like a mummy. But like, they got a fucking like staff thing that's also a gun that has like a fucking scythe attachment. And one of their bullshit moves is one of those unblockable grabs where he like pulls you in, and that does like a third of your health, and then he like blasts you with the shotgun, which sends you flying, and that does like another like third of your health. And man, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Plus, he's surrounded by like 5 of those cannon guys.
I haven't even seen those guys yet.
Yeah, you have. Like, there's a cannon
Oh,
dude
just
that's
the-
like
the
right
shooting
before
at you?
the ogre dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Those guys are whatever. I don't know.
They're fucking assholes.
Yeah, they're not as hard as I thought they'd be.
They can be if you're like fighting somebody else.
If you don't assassinate them, and yeah, if you're fighting someone else, they're annoying. But
Yeah, I
they're
can
not,
see how
they're
that'd
not
be annoying.
horrible. But
Yeah, we just need to get better at the game. That's
The
all it
fucking
is.
riflemen need to fucking stop, though. Way too accurate as I'm flying
Dude,
through the air.
you're gonna fucking hate the gun fork.
Can you parry their...
You can block their bullets, but it doesn't send them back at them.
what if you time the parry perfectly?
It still doesn't do anything.
Damn it.
It just doesn't damage your stance gauge.
Okay.
That's really all it does. It's like it just doesn't fuck you over as much. But yeah. So that mini boss is a fucking shitlord. But yeah, and then Daemon X Machina, some of that, and I think that's it for me.
All right. Cool. What
Game
about
game?
you? Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah. Played a little Sekiro at the beginning of the week. I like it so far. I haven't really gotten up to any bosses yet, but I feel like I'm
you're at the
trying to be
snake,
very careful with like looking, like trying to find stuff, little secret passages, and making sure I have everything. And sometimes I think like I find paths that take me away from where I should be at that point. But I did find the snake path, and that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, there's like certain spots where you can like, you know how you hug the wall or whatever.
Mhm.
There's like hidden doors sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like, and then
I might need
they'll
to
have
go
like
come through that area again.
they'll have like a little outline of your dude that you
Mhm.
like go into, and then it will be like a switch thing. But also some of them will have like a wall scroll on the thing, so
Okay.
they're like extra hidden.
And then I was going to play some Sekiro and stream it this morning, but Craig had the idea ahead of me, so I was like, okay, well,
I mean, you could have played it anyway. I was. Just
I could have,
streaming
but
it.
I want to stream it. All of what I play on that game.
Well, you could have told me also.
Yeah, Craig will give up the stream. He's
No, I wouldn't do that to Craig.
I only had 2 people watching me, and it was mostly just Chase talking to me, and he stopped talking to me for the last like half hour of my play.
And then, this morning I was ready to head out, and Schweiss was like, hey, guys, I'm going to be a little later today. An hour later.
yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just play some Battlefield 5 because I don't want to get too invested into something. So
I'm kind of glad he told me a little later because I was able to beat the 3rd boss because of that.
it's doing
Yeah.
a little well in Battlefield. That's a game that just doesn't take that much effort to do well in. So,
Yeah, it's a fun one though. I mean, 5's okay, but overall Battlefield is pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
I was getting them quick scopes.
Yeah, it's like Modern Warfare 2 all over again. It's fucking cheap
Yeah,
ass.
that Modern Warfare remake is coming out soon.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
The internet's not as happy about it as they were before, just because they're locking certain things like about the game behind console exclusivity. PlayStation's going to have everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why would you have an Xbox? I mean,
Well, he's talking about PC too.
oh,
Yeah.
that's fair. PC, I can see.
PS4 is getting a lot of their exclusive stuff first for like a year, and then everybody else will get it.
Oh, well, you got a year to
I just don't understand
do the right thing.
where you're like, guys, we're so progressive. We're going to have it to where all the consoles can play against each other, and even PC. Our player base is all going to be here playing the same game, same time. And it's like, but not if you play this game mode. That's only from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Let's segregate the player base. Something that we were trying
a little
to
bit,
not
but
to do.
also they want the money, and so does Sony. So
I can see not wanting to do cross-platform.
This late in the console's life, what is exclusivity to the PlayStation going to do?
get people ready for PS5. Because I mean, PS5 is going to have backwards compatibility with PS4.
Have they
so
confirmed that?
More, yeah. If
Are you sure?
Yes, they have. They have confirmed it, and it's coming out at the end of next year, which is exactly what I predicted. So I was fucking right.
So
Also,
How much is it, Nerdstradamus?
I'm gonna guess right now $500.
Fuck.
But okay, so yeah, PS5 is coming out. It's going to be backwards compatible with PS4. Adding a lot of exclusives right now is honestly their best bet to get more people onto PS5, especially since Xbox has kind of fucked themselves and are getting ready for the next generation by buying up a lot of shit so they can have exclusives. PlayStation wants even more.
Yeah, I can see not wanting cross-platform. I really can, Cameron. And here's the reason why, is it's no longer like it was back in the PS2 days where on PS2 the online was all based on servers from the games. And so it was up to GameSpy to run the online server. It was up to, you know, whoever the fuck made Conan Exiles to run Conan Exiles servers. Now it's more tied to Sony in a lot of ways, and their bandwidth is being used, and so I can see not wanting to, you know, share that with Microsoft, their direct competitor. And Xbox Live has been doing their own stuff forever. That's always been just Microsoft, right? And I could see them not wanting to do that. And honestly, playing with PC players on a first-person shooter, I don't think I would want to do that.
it's you're
It's not as
making
bad
it-
as I think it is.
It's yeah.
I don't know.
I could see there being some advantage to
The only
the-
time that you will see a huge difference is when you're playing against a top tier PC player, because the advantage of the auto aim that console players get is really evens it out. And I also saw, like, even due to lighting situations where it's hard to see players, the console players actually have an advantage because they're already auto aiming to someone they couldn't really see, whereas PC have to guess.
Yeah.
And so it
Well,
really
I mean, PC can also change the graphics so they can get rid of like foliage and shit. So
you can. We'll have to see how much console can mess with the graphic settings, but it's really, to me, it sounds like evens out and maybe be in the favor of console players, because this game would have probably been more or less optimized to console versus on PC.
I don't know. I can see the argument both ways.
I mean, like right now, it kind of doesn't make sense because they're already fucking Xbox. But
Xbox is doing a lot of stuff right, though, and Sony's getting kind of complacent. Like I
That's
would say
true.
with PlayStation Now versus Xbox Game Pass, like
PlayStation
it's not even
now
comparable.
they lowered the price though, so they're really trying to
Yeah.
get competitive.
They lowered the price, but the Xbox one is just so fucking great. Like, it's insane.
They've been adding a lot of games to the PlayStation now, so it's getting a little better. But Game
Yeah.
Pass is still like
So-
they have the AAA games that are coming out immediately. Like
Yeah.
Gears 5 is going to be available on that. That Outer Worlds game that's coming out is going to be available on that. Like, they have a lot of shit that's on
Yeah.
there.
So, I mean, and it's nice to have both of those companies around to kind of keep each other in check. And I don't know, maybe cross-platform is not as bad as I think. I don't really know what goes into, like, the connecting the two systems and, like, the servers. And
Yeah,
what
I
would
don't
go.
think the server thing is going to be a real issue.
Yeah, it might not be. Yeah.
It's still. I think that you're just going to see issues with latency and ping and stuff like that you're already going to see in I mean, essentially, consoles these days are just computers optimized to play video games.
Yeah, and they're optimized with stuff that's already out of date. So, like, you're going to have a better time if you do a PC. But it's also cheaper to do a console, and the consoles are nice. They're easier. You know, it's pretty much a computer. It's. I mean, it is. It computes. You know, but it's. I don't know.
The one thing that that I will say makes a difference. That the PC players are most likely going to see are the frame rates they can achieve, and then if they have a good monitor, the refresh rate of that.
Yeah, that makes you... That helps.
Helps, actually, because now that I have a nicer monitor, and even just the fact of switching over to console, and it just feels smoother.
Yeah, one of the hardcore guys at my work that's really into Call of Duty Blackout, he's always trying to get me to play it with him. And... He's got a like super high, like 144 hertz monitor for his PS4, and he said
that's what I have on my PS4 now.
Yeah,
too.
he said he's way better now just because of that.
Yeah, no, it's smoother, and I know the consoles are locked to how many frames they can output.
Yeah,
but just the smoothness to it is great. And some people go, well, refresh rate, really doesn't affect it. Humans can only see blah, blah, blah. But you can go online and see comparison videos. There's just more information that you can see and react to when you have a higher refresh rate. That is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest advantage that PC players have over console players.
Yeah, I could see that. Tell you what, though, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on PC, I am not good. Like, online, I am bad. And I'm not normally bad at Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I am now, apparently. I just fucking suck. But then, that was my not quite my prime. I was like post-prime, but still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
On a PC, no. Fucking terrible.
Yeah, people have the meta down.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a while after the game came out, so only the god tiers are left. But still, like, I sucked. I did the same thing with Last of Us Online. It was fucking like 3 years old when I played it. I fucking dominated the online scene. I was crushing people, like level 170. I don't fucking care. I'll shank your ass, like fucking hobo fight to the death. It was good times, but fucking COD, no way, man, no fucking way. So I don't know. Maybe it is just like the last vestiges of the god tier players that were left, but like I just suck at it. And I kind of suck at it on console now too, to be honest. So maybe it's
you just got to get back into it.
Yeah. Too many RPGs slowing my brain down. I'm just like my reaction time's all
forever since we played a COD.
Yeah.
The last time we like actually played a COD was like what fucking.
We played Modern Warfare Remaster a bunch.
We played a little bit of that.
I put like 12 to 15 hours at least into that fucker. But I mean, that's not playing COD. Playing COD is like
we play it all the time.
You get 24 hours in a weekend. Like, that's playing COD. You fucking one day of two is gone.
We did a little bit of that Advanced Warfare, but that was really like the last one we...
I prestiged in that, yeah. That was it, though.
That was the last one we kind of played, other than like straight up Black Ops.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's a big gap.
Because we had Black Ops 2 on PC, and we played a couple rounds of that, but we kind of just like ignored it after that.
Yeah, I don't remember if I ever even prestiged. I might have, but...
Well, I think it was just you and me doing private matches. I don't think we really played online.
I did online a lot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I would go from Battlefield to that, and I would do so good in COD after playing Battlefield.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes you good at COD, because Battlefield's so much harder, and it's like...
Well, it's just, it's a lot slower is what it is.
Yeah, and when you, especially when I got into the machine guns and like assault rifles and Battlefield 4, like when I went back to COD, I was really good. And then I would start sucking again because I don't know what the fuck my problem is, but yeah, that is it for the games played this week. I think we're 40 minutes in. Sorry, guys, not really though. The real question though: has anyone beaten a game this week? Craigie?
No.
Cameron?
No.
Nothing for me either. So, the Nude Clan Hog for the host is as follows. Caleb, Craig, first place, 36 games beaten. I am in second place at 28. Cameron, rearing to go. Nowhere to go but up.
Are you counting? Like what?
No, I'm not counting. I'm just coming up with shitty. He's got 12 games. That's more than one game a month, though. I mean, if we think about not like before the podcast, that's kind of a lot. Like,
yeah, definitely.
because
That's
we would
more
just
than what some average
definitely,
people are doing.
I
Yeah.
definitely, even though I beat so few games
comparatively.
I still feel like, oh man, I just don't want to play a fucking video game today.
Yeah, well, I mean, and when
Just
we
get
would
burned out.
Yeah, when
playing
we
them.
would do it before, we would find a game like, like Conan Exiles.
Yeah,
we would
and
play
we would
that for like fucking months.
That would be the game.
And months, and then we would
And we would
love
enjoy
it.
it, and then it turned into fun, and it wasn't like fucking. Now it's like
Now you go to
it's
Cuphead.
not quite like a second job type of feeling, but it's a little bit like that.
It is. It's the fun job, but it also can be the grindy job that pounds your balls into dust.
It's like
with
when I get
cups
home
and
from
mugs.
So I go to work at 7 in the morning, which is, it's all right. But then when I get home, I'm a little tired. And I'm like, do I want to go to the gym? What do I want to do? And then as my evening gets progressed, and it's like, do I really want to spend, 4 or 5 hours playing a video game tonight?
Yeah,
When I
especially
get-
when it's a game like Sekiro, where it's like, I don't know if I'll even get any further. Like, it's just really hard. Like,
It just depends on my energy level, really. But
Yeah. See, for me, it's work until 4 or 6 or, beyond. And then
Mhm.
wake up at like 11. And then decide if I'm going to make my day a living hell by not going back to sleep or try to take a nap.
hmm
The problem is when I do sleep, I sleep forever. And I don't get any gaming done. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, now it's 4 o'clock and I have to go to work in 3 hours. And I just woke up. Like, and it can be a lot. Yeah, it's the second job that you don't get paid for. That's funner,
Yeah.
but it's also just sometimes it fucks you.
We just need to do more games where we're all playing together.
Yeah, I because like that's why we had I think that's why we had so much fun with Exiles and with COD remasters. Like we were all together,
Yeah.
and it was a cool thing because we're like, oh man, we all have like these tasks that we need to help each other out with. Like
Yeah.
we get together, like Saturday night is the night, and that's when we would always come. We would assemble to kill the bosses, and like fuck around as a team.
Yeah.
And during the week, we would just get on whenever we could, here and there to kind of progress.
Bring a little bit of that back. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. The show makes it kind of tough to do that sometimes with all the.
Well, I
stuff.
think this show doesn't make it that tough to do it, but it's the amount of other shows that you have to do that make it tough.
Yeah, for
playing,
me, yeah.
playing games for those, because I think
Yeah, we
Craig and
don't-
I could commit to a day out of the week where we all get together to party up. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all don't have like a same day off either.
no, that's the tough part. Is I have Monday and Tuesday off, and Cameron and you guys have Friday.
I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Yeah, so Craig has 3 days off, but those don't align with any of my days off. And Cameron I can play with after he gets off of work, but only if
Yeah.
Cameron wants to play.
well, if we're playing a party game, I'm going to want to play.
Well, yeah, and maybe,
Not a party game, but a game where we can party up and play.
yeah. Oh, man, you guys don't have tomorrow off, do you?
No.
What's
Okay.
tomorrow?
Columbus Day. I'm getting used to the idea of having bullshit holidays that are not real holidays in my mind.
Well, my job usually just takes off. Like if a bank is going to take it off, then we'll take it off.
Okay.
Like national.
no,
holidays.
my next holiday off is Thanksgiving.
Fuck. You know what sucks? I would have had tonight off if I wouldn't have asked to work it. This would have been my holiday day. So we could have played some fucking game, but I can't now. Okay, it's fucking greedy. It's a fucking greedy piece of shit across the table from you right now, Craig.
Yep.
Greedy piece of shit.
I see that.
Look into the eyes of greed, Craig. What do you see?
See beady little eyes of greed.
Yeah, beady little $sign eyes, you cheap fuck.
Some crabs.
Yeah. So I think we need to get into that more, and hopefully we can, get some nominations
Since
that
it's
involve it.
Close to Halloween, I kind of want to get back into that Dead by Daylight a little bit. Play some of that.
That could be fun.
We could play that online, just the three of us. Have some mystery killer.
Yeah. I think we burned ourselves out because we didn't go online with that thing.
Yeah.
Sucks because that was the most fun, is playing as a whole party. But it kind of makes sense to not have the killer be one of your buddies in the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah, that's true. So
I
it kinda
also
works.
they had a sale for some of the characters in that too, so I bought the Ghostface guy from Scream.
Oh, cool.
I want to see what he does.
Yeah. He just parodies everyone else. That's what he's supposed to do, right?
Just calls you.
Yeah.
It's calling
Yeah.
from inside the house.
Yeah, that's a scare tactic. It's like, it's coming from inside the house. Then he's in the room with you suddenly. No. You like have to like do a little mini game to not answer the phone, and if you fuck up the button mashing, you answer the phone, and then he's right behind you. Oh, that'd be sweet.
That would be really fucking funny.
Like custom match, it's just the house. Everyone's in the house. It's just a huge version of it. The phones are going off. Yeah, it'd be fun. I kind of want to get back into that too. Every once in a while, I get like the slight urge to just get trashed and play some Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
We could also try that Friday the 13th. We didn't
Just
play
as long as
that
I don't
one.
fucking pass out again.
Yeah. Can't get too drunk. Yeah, Friday the 13th. That's the first one. I think Dead by Daylight kind of copied
No, it was Dead by Daylight was first.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I always assumed the Friday the 13th was. Yeah, it seems fun. It seems like the same kind of shit, but
I guess there's a lot more ways to defend yourself. Like you can even kill him if you do like certain things.
Oh, that's cool. That's kind of. I would like that. I think that'd be a fun change.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 ways to like win in Friday the 13th.
Nice. So we need more multiplayer, guys. Keep that in mind when you're forcible entering our assholes. If you would. All right, let's watch the Dead or Alive trailer and get into this fucking review. That's what we're doing today, by the way. It's not a game. This is the film that combines 2 games. Shamelessly. So let's watch this bad boy.
Actually combines a few of the Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to you all.
Each of you has been individually
Kasumi.
selected because you represent the best fighting style in your specialized field. Soon, you will get a chance to prove that you are the best fighter in the world.
Hey, this thing kind of reminds me of a disco.
And at the same time, pick up a
Why would you put that in the
$10
trailer?
million prize.
And a vault on the island.
I want half.
Of course.
You're just worried this phony is making the moves in your dream, girl.
Dad, I already told you, I am done wrestling. I'm done being fake. I'm done.
Fights can happen anytime, any place, against anyone. I select matchups based on computer analysis of the most competitive scenarios.
I wish I could go with you.
No.
My only goal is to find out what happened to my brother. If we're going to make it, we need to work together.
Nice.
It's showtime.
Dad! Not now. I'm in my underwear.
Oh my God.
No, Dad, she's just another fighter.
Yeah, I can see that.
No. I mean, what?
We'll settle up tomorrow, sweetie.
DOA style. Bring it on. Get out of here! Get them all!
Oh man, no post trailer like clip. That's so weird. Usually they have a little dealio. So, Dead or Alive is a film based on the popular video game franchise Dead or Alive. Oh my god, believe it or not. Came out 2006, hour and 27 minutes long. It had a budget of $21 million and it made 7.5.
Oh.
So
Ouch.
definitely didn't.
Made only a third of its money.
Yeah, did not do very well. It's I guess there's 2 other movies, Dead or Alive 2, Birds, and Dead or Alive Final. I love that name, Dead or Alive 2, Birds. And they're kind of loosely connected. But this is where it all began. Directed by Takashi Miike.
No.
No.
This is different.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a Japanese one. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's a
There we go.
That's a Yakuza movie. This is the.
Oh, you know what?
There you
We're gonna
go.
have to. We should do that one for one of the side movies.
Yeah, we should.
Sorry, wrong one. This one's also 06, and it's British German, and it's directed by Corey Yoon. Let's see what else this guy's done. Okay, he's acted. Oh man, How to Kill a Jaguar, The Invisible Armor, Broken Oath, Dance of the Drunk Mantis,
There we go. Here's the movies he
Director.
directed.
Save Your Soul, My Father's a Hero, The Twins Effect, The Transporter. I've seen
Oh.
that. I've seen The Transporter. That's the only one from what I'm looking at that I've actually ever seen or heard of. Savior of the Soul, Top Bet, She Shoots Straight. Okay, so he's not super well known. I have not played a single Dead or Alive game.
Lol. You know what's funny?
What?
It was written by Adam and Seth Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, do you think it's gross, just like them?
I mean, there is a lot of nudity
Not enough, though.
and blatant sexuality, but that is the game. So
No, there's no nudity, but there is blatant sexuality, and that's disappointing to me.
there was nudity. You just didn't see it.
Well, that's... I mean, implied nudity. I don't care about implied nudity. I want to
Her-
see...
her tits were barely covered up by clever fucking like towel movements, and then you didn't see Zach's dick
Well,
because he like grabbed the towel like, and it was also blotted out. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Wasn't looking at his dick. When I'm talking about nudity, though, I want to see the tits. And we didn't get to see the tits. Like, for me, these video game movies, they're either funny because they're so bad, or it's like, well, I mean,
I got to see tits.
I got to see tits, so I guess I'm not super pissed. But this time, it's like, no tits. I mean, it's not the worst one we've seen.
You saw
so.
some side boob.
Yeah, side boob is nice. It's nice, but
A lot of close-up ass shots, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
there,
that's
there were a
true.
lot of those.
yeah, checking out some thigh gaps too, real close up. It's there. It's close. It's close. So, Cameron hasn't played a Dead or Alive game either, have you?
I have played one with Craig, but not like played one and beaten it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was,
But just casually played one with Craig.
It was Dead or Alive 4 back on the 360.
Nice. So this movie was produced by Paul W.S. Anderson, who, of course, is legendary in the video game movies. He's the Resident Evil guy.
Okay.
Him and Uwe Boll are like duking it out to see who can be the
Oh.
shittier of the two. But he is banging Mila Jovovich, and Uwe Boll is not. So
Okay.
someone won, and it's not.
Well,
it's not Boll.
It's very clear because we all know who Uwe Boll is, and he's famous.
That's
for being
true,
shitty.
and I bet you he could probably beat the shit out of this guy.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't know if he's a trained boxer, but I'm going to guess probably not. Although that would be cool, like the director versus director matchup of like two ex-boxer
The two biggest
films.
names in video game movies.
Yeah.
Duking it out.
One stage, one night.
One movie.
In this corner, 6'3", 140 pounds, Paul W.S. Anderson. In this corner, 5'9".
I gotta tell you, I would watch that.
I would go to that. That'd be sweet.
Fuck yeah.
5'9", 230 pound ex-boxing champion Uwe Boll. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Mila Jovovich is like she brings out the card, saying which round it is.
Yeah.
Like super skimpy thing. Like, yeah, man, that'd be
Fight.
that'd be a seller. I think that would go well, as long as he didn't get like instantly destroyed. Yeah. So the film came out, 06. Performed poorly, like I said.
I remember
Oh,
this
fuck.
movie coming out, but I never saw it.
Budget for the U.S. one. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one earlier. $30 million. It made 7.5, so
Ooh.
even worse than. It's $9 million more expensive if it made the same amount of money as the other one. So not good. Generally had negative reviews, performed terribly, and apparently it was delayed in the U.S. and it eventually only came out in 505 theaters for 21 days, is what the page says. So it wasn't there for long, probably because no one wanted to see it.
Oh, wow. They didn't even give it a full month. That's kind of sad.
No, that's crappy. I will say, though, it isn't the worst. It isn't the worst video game movie. I think it's actually kind of fun.
I feel like it's, extremely average.
Yeah, it really is. And that's like, they're all average, so... We know what average is, because we've watched like 15 of them.
There wasn't anything overtly stupid. There were a few stupid moments, but that wasn't
there was a lot of stupid stuff.
It wasn't
but
like
it was more like...
an insanely stupid movie, like, you know...
It wasn't plot stupidity. It was more just like what was going on in the fight was stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, there's some stupid plot shit, too.
Oh, well, obviously the plot is stupid, but that's not... I mean, it's a pretty, like...
But, like, when it comes
plot.
to, like, some of the earlier video game movies and how stupid those were, like Double Dragon...
Yeah.
Starfighter, or whatever that one was. And then even more recently, the House of the Dead, or whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Man, you didn't even watch House of the Dead 2.
Stupid.
And that one was just...
And this one was...
That one was hilarious.
This one, it was like a cheap knockoff of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Except this one has a lot more females in bikinis as they're fighting.
That was kind of the point.
Yeah, thank God for that. So it starts out with basically everyone's getting invited to the Dead or Alive tournament. So a bunch of martial artists are getting random...
It starts out with Kasumi, like the head of some ninja clan.
Yeah, I think it's the homely ninja clan. Is that what they call it?
And she wants to
the
leave.
Butterface clan.
She wants to leave so she can go find her brother who disappeared in the last Dead or Alive tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And so...
is that part of the story at all in the games? Like, is this canonical?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the story was,
Oh, okay.
but there is a lot of stuff with Kasumi and Hayate being like the main peoples.
Okay.
But yeah, like, so she goes to... She escapes in a very stupid way.
Yeah, she throws her sword.
Yeah, that was super stupid.
Yeah, she throws her sword at the wall, jumps off of it, starts disrobing all of her clothes. Somehow she has a parachute-looking thing on her back, but actually it's a glider, and she glides
Just that fucking
through
dive,
the air.
though.
Yeah,
As she vaults
Epic.
off the sword and does this, like, weird swan dive.
Yeah.
As she's, like, going over the wall to then... slowly arc over the wall into like the abyss.
But before that, she throws her sword and then runs over the heads of all the guards that are trying to stop her. Sword sticks to the wall. She jumps off the sword and just launches, dude. And like this scene just gets sweeter and sweeter because like she's flying over the edge, and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. And then she's like, it's like a cliff, and I'm like, oh wow, she's fucking dead, man. Like what's gonna happen? Then she rips her clothes off, like Cameron's saying, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet.
Caleb, yeah.
She's got like a sexy outfit on underneath. Sexy as it can be, and then she suddenly has a fucking glider, and I'm like, oh wow, I thought it was a parachute.
Yeah, we thought it was a parachute, but it actually is a fucking like foldable backpack glider.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm like, oh, that's hardcore. And then like a shuriken flies in the air.
Then the invite comes.
Yeah, via like death shuriken. I don't understand the invites in this thing. Like they could take your head off.
It's a fucking shuriken
She was
thing
the
that
only
has
one to catch it, though.
Yeah, everyone else.
She has it has a computer interface thing, and it's like you are invited to the Dead or Alive tournament.
Yeah, and it does the shitty Dead or Alive like cut where it just like shows the logo and then it zooms in on
the
it.
fucking transitions.
I think that's probably the worst
so
thing.
Bad.
Yeah,
And they probably
transitions are really bad.
they probably dumped a lot of money on them too. What, the 1990s like 3D word effects.
Yeah, it reminds me of in Dead or in House of the Dead when they would just intercut the game, just like randomly. It's fucking zombie slaying in the game. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck was that?
That's exactly what it was like.
Like in the middle of a scene. It's like, what?
Okay.
Remember, this is a video game, guys.
So then it does one of those transition things, but it's like it shows you who she is. So she's like Kasumi, haha, and then
Yeah, it has her
moves-
like character sheet.
yeah,
the fucking,
starts
like-
moving on to the next
Like the
characters
fucking
to
Spy
introduce them.
Kids transition. Just
Yeah,
like-
dude, it kind of
Yeah,
did
yeah.
look like
Yeah.
Spy Kids. Yeah,
And then just like the details about this person. Except it didn't give us her measurements like the game does.
Yeah,
The
not
next
really.
one-
Yeah, just told us her
Yeah.
name.
next one is Tina. I think was the next one.
Yeah. She's a
and-
professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Daughter of Hulk Hogan.
Not
Who should have played? He should have played that guy. That'd been sweet. I agree with Cameron.
Yeah,
He said
that would have been a good Hulk Hogan role.
Yeah, daughter.
They would have made their money back.
I like the guy who played.
They would have made their money back and made money on top of it.
Yeah. Or Macho Man Randy
I
Savage.
think you guys overestimate. their
Oh
popularity.
yeah, Tina! I'm gonna take you to Pound Town. Not like that though. I got you for 3 minutes. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But yeah, so Tina's next. She's just chilling out on her yacht, and some pirates come up and start attacking her.
Yeah, and then they have this like stupid. So the pirates, they're coming up because they want the yacht. Like, that's a nice yacht. It's like worth $1 million. And so these fucking pirates in their little boat power up, and he's like, no guns. I don't want to damage the yacht. So they all just fucking. They're pirates. They fucking just walk onto this yacht without guns.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know the people on the boat themselves couldn't be armed. Like, as pirates, they're not doing a very good job to start out with.
No, they're not successful pirates.
No.
For sure. And she's fucking chugging a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the logo
too.
blotted
Yeah,
out. So
they-
she's like America incarnate here.
Well, she
A
did
lot of
have
people
that
hate
bra
Pabst.
on, or the
People don't like Pabst the way we do.
bikini that has the flag on it. So
Yeah.
So
she
was
starts
America.
beating the shit out of these pirates, and then she gets an invite, and then it transitions to Christy,
Yeah.
and
surprisingly, I had seen this clip before. This Christie clip, her introduction, and I had not seen any of the rest of the movie. So
Maybe that's just
That
all
is
you
weird.
wanted to remember. Yeah, she's a like a burglar, like a
Yeah,
heist
she's-
person.
which is not canon to
Assassin slash
because she's an
thief.
assassin.
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyway,
She
so
is
yeah,
an
they-
assassin in the movie. It says she is. But she
Yeah,
doesn't
but she's
actually-
also like a thief in the movie, which is weird.
Yeah.
And so she gets caught by like some FBI guys or whatever who are looking for the money she stole, and then she beats the shit out of them.
Well, first she distracts him by putting her underwear on, like slowly.
very slow, yeah. And does, the comical zoom on the men's faces as they, like, are hardly containing themselves as a woman gets dressed.
Yeah. It's like, imagine what they would do if she was getting undressed. Just like,
She beats the shit out of him with her towel and stuff, and then cleverly covers up her boobs. From
Yeah,
the
I think
camera.
the reason why I saw that was because of how, like, she threw her bra up in the air, slapped someone in the face,
She
kicks
pulls-
someone else, and then raises her hands up, and then the bra slowly just...
Dude, she pulls some
covers
serious
herself.
Devil May Cry shit.
it's
in
like
that scene.
it's like the scene in Lord of the Rings where Frodo falls on the floor and the ring like
Yeah,
comes over his
definitely.
finger, but
No,
it's way
no.
cooler because she's got boobs. Like
No, there is literally a scene exactly like
just
that
disappears
in Devil
after
May
it
Cry
goes on.
3.
When did Devil May Cry 3 come out, Craig?
like 2004
2000
or something.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is late
3 or 4.
1990s, so they got... Devil
No,
May
this
Cry
is
got-
06, man.
Is it 06?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just
Uh,
looks like they're from the 90s in the movie.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. There's the boobs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
he
on the cover.
he throws his coat up in the air and he starts shooting dudes, and then like he puts his like coat on and it's immediately on him like that exact in exact way, like lifts his arms up and then it's there.
Yeah, that scene is a little stupid.
When she put the bra on the Dead or Alive guys, like there were like weird, like pursed-lipped versions of them, like watching her and saying, all hazy, like I invite you.
No. So that doesn't happen yet. So she does that. She takes I guess, the gun and the money or whatever, and she runs, going down the elevator, that she runs into an elevator where there's just this older gentleman in the elevator with a suitcase. And then for some fucking reason, as she's standing there, she decides to, like, I can see her, stealing his coat, but for some fucking reason, she decides she needs to shove him into his suitcase. She shoves him into his suitcase.
Yeah. Why not, like, hey, don't make a sound or I'll kill you, and then, like, leave? But no.
Hold your gun. Hey, give me your coat. I kind of need it. And just kind of hold your gun suggestively, maybe. But she, like... What? This guy is like maybe 65, 67 years old.
Yeah.
And she just fucking folds him into his suitcase. You don't see it happening. You just see like his suitcase all hopping around after she leaves the elevator. And then some fucking bellhop runs in and unzips him and he gets out. But it's like, why?
Yeah, why would you stuff him in the suitcase? Like, what the fuck?
And then she fucking does the whole where she jumps off the balcony and like Robin Hood jumps onto a horse, but it's onto her motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then you get a brief glimpse of her
ass connecting with the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And then she rides off. And as she's riding off, that's when her little invite shuriken shows up.
Yeah, these invite shurikens are disturbing with their ability to find you and also somehow not kill you.
Kind of reminds me of the great film, The Wild Wild West, Will Smith, and they had those little magnetic collars on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then those fucking buzzsaw blades just coming at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of give me those vibes.
Yeah.
Man, it's a fun movie.
Fantastic film, guys.
Yeah.
That movie is such trash.
I love those assless chaps, though. Those are funny.
All right. And then we cut to the next person who gets an invite.
No, I think it goes right
No?
to the tournament area, doesn't it?
No, it cuts
I'm
to
pretty
the
sure-
airplane.
Yeah, the airplane, that's right.
So we never see some of these other people get invites, right? And so we never find out what Mark is all about.
Also, what happened to the Grand Master? He won his one match, and then, like, did we even see him fight again?
Feng Shu, no. I was about to ask you guys about that. The Feng Shu guy?
Genfu?
Genfu, yeah.
Genfu, no.
He won a match.
He won a match, and then
they
they just implied that he lost. It's basically what it was.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That old man, he killed that chick. Like, he fucking threw her off
He
the
certainly
fucking
did, yeah.
building. And then he jumped down after. Maybe he just died. Maybe he won, but he also died. So they're just both out.
Genfu wouldn't die.
Like, well, I mean, she broke her neck, and then he broke his back after he jumped off after her like a fucking psycho.
All right, so while they're on the plane, Kasumi sees that Ryu Hayabusa is there, and he's from the same clan, so she kind of like gets mad at him for following her because like they're supposed to kill her now because she left. And he's like, I got an invite too, so don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. And then all the while, one of the other ninja chicks, Ayane, is trying to kill her because she left.
Yeah, it's like a weird like pact. It's like the mafia. Once you're in, you're in for life, or they kill you. You know.
Yeah, and the
or
weird
you just
thing
can't even leave.
The weird thing
home.
about Ryu Hayabusa for me is the fact that he's the main character from Ninja Gaiden, and they kind of like didn't put him in a ninja suit at all, and they kind of made him look weird. He's kind of a bitch in that movie.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's not super useful.
He didn't even like fight anybody. He just like,
I mean, he kind of went off and did his own thing.
He won his matches, and then he like went to go find where Hayate is,
Yeah.
and then he got like fucked over immediately.
Yeah.
So that was kind of dumb.
Yeah,
but,
it's kind of a waste.
Anyways, the plane introduces you to some of the other fighters.
Yeah, all
and
the
then
characters meet.
Fucking, there's like a fucking sit like a bar you can walk up to and sit at on the fucking plane right next to everyone else, you know, seated in their normal airplane seats.
Yeah, which is fucking
But
sweet.
anyways, the lady who was like talking on the TV was like, all right, guys, you'll find parachutes in your seats. Time to fucking parachute down the island where we're going to have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Ready, set, go.
And this is also the scene where they introduce you to Max, who is supposed to be Christy's partner.
Max.
That character does not exist in the games.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and, like, you
they
couldn't really
added the
find
weird-
out his role in the movie either. either.
Yeah, they added a weird subplot of like Christy and this guy
Gonna
trying to
steal from
rob
him, yeah.
the island, which is fucking stupid because first of all, she's not a thief, and second of all, that character doesn't exist in the games. So that made no sense to me at all. I was like, what the fuck is happening? But yeah, so he gets introduced. Zach, the weird guy, starts trying to flirt poorly with Tina on the plane, and then, yeah, they jump out.
Yeah.
And Tina also finds out that her dad got invited as well.
Yeah, I love it because they jump out and they pull their parachutes like instantly.
No, yeah, this
It's
whole stupid.
You gotta. They're high, like they're fucking up there. It's a plane. It's like what,
a plane flying over
20,000 feet.
the fucking sea, which is you have the maximum amount of time to fucking jump
and they
before you
yank
pull
that
chute.
shit, and then they're like, "Oh, we have to get to the top of the tower by nightfall," and they all land on the beach. Except
Yeah,
for the guys, the women land on the beach and have to climb it. The men are like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna land on top of this thing." We pulled our parachutes in a way that we had 30 minutes to fucking glide down.
Yeah, so the
Why would we
main
not land?
characters, aka the chicks that were introduced, have to climb up.
Yeah, I don't
They
understand.
have to work together.
Why is there
there
this fucking plot hole? Like,
Yeah.
you could have just landed inside of like the whole island community.
Almost everyone did.
They had the
Like-
entire thing written out, and they're like, "How are we going to add extra time to this?"
Yeah, almost everyone but those guys landed on top.
That entire scene took like 10 minutes of them doing like the climbing shit and getting to know each other as they were doing it.
Yeah, forming their lesbian bonds.
Yeah, that's
At
right.
least for a couple of them.
Yeah.
Nah,
They're quasi lesbian bonds.
Quasi.
Yeah, because their dad only thinks it's not actually there.
yeah.
It's funny because as they look up to start climbing, you see other people parachuting into the top, and they're like, "Hi, fucking losers!"
Yeah, they finally get to the top, and then Max is like, "What took you so long?"
Yeah, like, what are you, fucking stupid? You didn't just land on top. You were 20,000 feet in the air, and you couldn't land here.
You barely
and they landed in the water.
Yeah, they landed in the
They
water.
didn't
Like,
officially land on the beach. They landed in the water.
Yeah, like on
Up
the
to-
shore,
up to like knee deep in the water.
Why would you
Yeah,
fucking land there?
they couldn't even land on the fucking island that they were right above.
God, can they not see? Like, fuck. God damn it, dude. Stupid main characters.
Yeah.
Best fighters here. Can't land
It's
a
the, it's
fucking...
the writers here who need to be sacrificed.
Yeah. They need to be kicked off the third-story building by the old man.
You've been voted off the island.
Yeah. Yeah, so they show up to the island. They climb up. And then this is kind of where it all begins. This is where it becomes...
While they're climbing up, that's when Kasumi sees that Ayane is there to kill her.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where she gets like the first hint that, she's there and she should watch out. Because she hasn't been invited. She's just like sneaking about the island.
Yeah, she's there to kill Kasumi.
And then so then
super
right after
exciting,
that
as
they
you can
introduce
see.
they introduce the tournament. They tell everybody like what the rules are, kind of.
Yeah.
The main guy is like, "Hey, so this is Helena. She's gonna be participating as well," which is the chick that introduced everybody to being like, "Hey, you're gonna get $100 million if you win the tournament or whatever."
She has this thing for rollerblades in the beginning of the movie that she doesn't have throughout the rest of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just go away.
She lost her job at Sonic after halfway. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. She got time off, so she didn't have to show up right after work. So
So right after they do the fucking introduction of the tournament, he's like, "I'm gonna need some fucking full body scans for a physical."
Oh God, yeah.
And so like that's when they introduce like the other main characters of the movie, because like they skip over
Besides
the
Feng
other
Shui.
characters who they don't really fucking care about, like Genfu and like some of the
Genfu,
other
yeah.
guys they just get rid of.
Yeah. Fuckers.
And then there's like the one scene where this character named Weatherby is like being a fucking perverted creeper and watching the Helena chick with
Sometimes
the
it
cameras.
pays to be the creepy nerd, guys.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
fucking watching her just like be in her underwear like during the whole scan. He's like, yeah.
zoom in on that.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Yeah, the classic line.
And then the main guy comes in. He's like, "I want to see Tina. I was really impressed with her muscles."
I'm like, musculature. I'm like, yeah, damn, dude, me too.
Yeah, no, she's a freak. Yeah,
No. And then that's when they introduce injecting them with nanorobots or nanobots to basically record
all of their movements,
and
tournament.
I guess
so the data of their fighting style.
yeah, that's interesting though because I feel like you don't use every move every time. You know what I mean?
No.
Like sometimes, like whenever I've gotten into fights with people, like just for fun or whatever,
you might have gotten into fights with people, but you don't know how to fight.
I don't always pick them up and throw them. Like that's not always an option. When
So-
it is, you do it. 'cause
So
it's
when you
sweet.
actually know how to fight and you study a certain way of fighting, there are certain things you know how to do, moves that you do, because they work.
Oh man, I taught Jace how to do the blood choke, and he's I don't know. He did it
You
to me
taught a
though.
5-year-old how to blood choke people.
Well, I mean, he wanted to fight me, and I was like, "All right, well, let's fight." And then I did it to him, not like all the way. I like held him like that, and I was like, "All right, here's how you do it, in case anyone's beating you down." And then he did it to me, and I was like, "Wow, I almost passed out." Like,
Yeah, doing it wrong. If he decides to like actually do that to a kid at school and that kid gets hurt, it's bad because people
can't
die.
be.
People have died from that.
well, yeah,
type
if you
of
hold it
choke.
long enough, once you pass out.
He's a kid.
Well, I mean, yeah, when the kid passes out, I'm sure he can't hold someone up. I don't know.
And
though,
then making a kid pass out is not usually okay.
well, I
Starving
mean,
the brain of oxygen.
it's fine. Short term, I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it causes damage until like a minute and a half in or something. Just saying. He's gonna be
idea,
a lethal fighter. Hopefully, he's not a bully though. Hopefully, he beats down people.
All it takes is one kid with some other medical condition and stuff that happens, and it's not good.
It's just a jujitsu technique, man. That's all.
All right, then put the child in.
He's in karate.
Okay, he's in karate. That's good.
He needed
But
to have
put him-
one jujitsu move.
Put him
That's all it
in
is.
put him in a jujitsu course as well, so he can learn what these moves do and how to execute them in a safe way.
Yeah, no, he's not very good at it. But
Yeah.
when I had him try it though, I was like, man, that's a lot. And it doesn't take much because the whole idea behind these moves is that you don't have to be very big to pull them off.
No.
And that's like, I think it's 6 seconds, and then the blood is cut off long enough that you pass out.
And just depends.
And you crumple, man. It's yeah. I don't know if we've ever done it to each other, have we?
Yes, we have. There was that one point in time.
Oh yeah,
we would do
when
it.
we lived with Hayden and we would blood choke each other. Sounds like a homo act, kind of like, hey, you want to go blood choking?
No,
go blood
no.
choking
It was-
with the boys.
It was you were at your PC and then it's surprise. You were in the kitchen making food. Surprise.
yeah. Oh man, Cody would get so pissed.
He would just fucking turtle his neck away.
Yeah, you couldn't get him because he has no neck. It's crazy. Craig has more of a neck than Cody, and he's twice Cody. Cody 2. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm not just saying you're fatter, and yet you somehow have more of a neck than that guy.
Let the silence
Yeah,
make you feel the guilt.
that's right.
So yeah, dead or alive?
They don't blood choke in this movie, though. It's lame.
No, they don't.
They don't really have.
They do a lot of
any
throwing
sort of
techniques.
They don't really have any sort of technique or style that a character sticks
Yeah,
to. Remember, it's
they're
all
pretty
stage
much all
fighting.
just fighting the same way.
Yeah.
It's all just stage fighting.
Which
And
really-
honestly, Tina and some of the other actors, they are legitimately the ones doing it, and they're not too bad at it.
I would really like if they had done their own actual fighting styles.
That would have been the 30 million there was all for the fucking visual
I
budget
know.
and actually having a fighter assess the fighting styles of the characters in game and teaching it to actors or even stunt doubles.
Yeah, there's a reason why a lot of shows and movies don't do that. It's because it takes a lot.
I would really fucking like it though.
And it was all stage fighting.
I would like it a lot more, especially since fucking Christy is my favorite, and she should have.
Yeah, fucking
not
Christy's your favorite?
Not in the movie, but man, her style is great.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might start remembering some instances of Christy in the game.
She has the snake pointy attacks.
She was also the punk girl too, huh?
Yeah, she has like white hair, and she has like that leather jacket that's like all the way open.
Oh yeah,
but like barely covers her
It's
nipples.
all coming back to me now.
Yeah, that's Christy, and that's what I wanted, and she just didn't live up to it in the movie.
That's too bad, man.
I know they weirdly they gave Ayane fucking purple hair in this movie because she has purple hair in the game, but they didn't give fucking Christy like actually white hair, which she has in the game. It would have taken them nothing.
They kind of pick and choose what they're willing to do.
I guess purple hair was too much of a draw on the budget.
Yeah.
They needed to save that money for them sweet action scenes like the fucking split bamboo part.
Yeah.
Fucking Chinese arm trap.
That looks so fucking shitty, dude. It's so stupid looking. So they basically just start fighting, and a bunch of people are getting eliminated. All the people that we didn't really care about are getting eliminated.
Except for Genfu. We cared about him, but he died immediately.
Yeah. He won one round.
Yeah, he won, and then he just, like, disappeared. Like, they never showed him again after he won that fight in that footage.
Yeah. And it's weird because, like, the whole idea behind this is, like, you can fight anywhere, anytime. And it's basically when they call upon you to fight. But there's numerous occasions where people
they're
don't
like,
fight.
yeah, we'll fight at a more convenient time and place.
Yeah, like the dad is supposed to fight his daughter Tina, and he bursts in, and she's in bed with some other chick, and he's
because
like, because
her room had gotten destroyed from the fight between Kasumi and Leon.
Yeah.
And so she was like, hey, thanks for letting me stay in here. I needed a place after they trashed my room.
Post-coitus chick goes and sleeps with, is in the same room as her.
Yeah.
And like...
And then her dad busts in, breaks down the fucking door, walks in, and he's like, she's like,
you ready to go?
He's like, it's time to settle up. And she's
Time to settle
Dad,
up.
I'm in my underwear. And he's like, I can see that. And he's like, with another chick, and he's like, whoa, goddamn.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, we'll just fight later.
All right.
And then
we'll go ahead and fight later.
She's just another fighter, Dad. Like, this isn't,
I can
this
see
isn't
that.
what you think it is. And it's like, all right. And he's like, this is Christy. He's like, oh, you know what? Her full name's Christina.
Yeah, it's the awkward dad. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, actually, he
fucking
was
Bass is
a
pretty
good part
sweet.
of it. Yeah,
and then he like walks out, so they go to fight the next day, which shows Tina and Kasumi like on some kind of raft, and she's like doing acupuncture on Tina.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
She
And
like
it shows her like fucking like
twisting
screwing,
it.
twisting and screwing it
she
in.
puts
for
in
some
the needle,
reason.
and then for some reason she's just twisting the needle back and
like,
forth. Is that what happens?
No, I'm pretty sure you just like stick it in the right spot.
Yeah,
and then, like,
that's what I thought. Slowly
push it in
I
if
don't think
it's.
you turn it around inside.
Yeah, that seems evil.
Kind of. It's a little on the evil end.
And then fucking Bass just drops in there again. He's like, ha! And then
like, destroys the.
And then they
raft,
make
kinda.
their own.
He
then
does
they
the-
make their own rules. Of
he does
the first
the thing
person to get
where-
knocked into the water is
Yeah, what kind of shit is that? They're just making house rules. Like this is
Yeah.
free parking. It's the free parking of fighting sequences here.
They're like, oh, it's a ring out, but like the fucking later ring outs don't matter.
gotta put the electricity tax in the middle, Tina. The winds takes it all.
But yeah, he like fucking jumps on the little raft and like launches Kasumi up, and so she's like walking on this like
On the water
fucking
wheel,
water
yeah.
wheel.
Yeah, so weird. Yeah,
And then so they start fighting. He does pretty well, but like he doesn't,
All right.
he looks like he's holding back a
Yeah.
shitload, just because like he doesn't want to hurt his daughter, especially since he fucking like bites her.
Yeah, he like fucking bites her.
Super weird.
yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, he bites her on the thigh and like pretty high up on her thigh.
I thought it was their arm.
No, it was her thigh.
Yeah, it was her
like
leg,
she was
yeah.
like closing, clamping on him, and he was, oh man, it was really funny.
I'm trying to make people respect us wrestlers, and you go and bite me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, my instincts came back.
Yeah, those wrestler instincts, where we just fucking take chunks out of each other. It's like what Mike Tyson showed.
I watched some wrestling if they did that.
Yeah.
start fucking tearing each other apart.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. But so she like eventually just kind of pushes him into the water, and so he's like, all right, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, so he's out, sadly.
Yeah, because he was the best. And then there's like some volleyball going on.
Yeah, that's where they combine the two games, the Dead or Alive and the Dead or Alive volleyball.
Yeah, they're like, we have to have this volleyball sequence, which is pretty sweet, but it's all the chicks against each other, so it's Christy and Tina versus Kasumi and Elena.
Yeah, and this is where the scene that the commentary that Cameron made that I laughed so fucking hard
being
at.
the commentator guy.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like the what's her name, the Asian lady,
Kasumi.
Yeah, she walks up and like this guy like just like looks her up, and it's like,
it's Hayabusa.
Hayabusa, yeah.
It's like so perfect until you get to the face, then it's like, well, you got to play with my balls.
No, you realized it was his princess, I guess. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Can't feel that way
Can't
about
fuck
her.
her. Nah, I mean, thank God. But yeah, so that was funny. And then they volleyball, and it's just super fan fiction-y. It's so,
and then like right after they tie up in the volleyball game, the volleyball gets hit by a shuriken from Ayane, which makes Kasumi freak out, and so she goes looking for her. And then there's a fight in a bamboo forest for some reason. Like, how I don't know why there's a bamboo forest in this.
Well, it's an
island.
Asian. They're Asian, so they have to fight amongst bamboo. That is,
I guess
that is required. They also should have danced among the bamboo at the top, like in Crouching Tiger. They're just like flying through. You know?
That would be too good. Although they do a lot of wushu in this film, which is weird. But yeah, so Ayane has like a fucking sword. She's like cutting down all these fucking bamboo. And then Kasumi like grabs a piece of bamboo and like starts defending against the blade, which makes
is
no
insane.
sense.
Yeah, because she was just hacking through
as
tons of them.
Ayane would had just cut down like a bunch of bamboo that were way thicker than the piece she picked up.
Yeah, but suddenly it's able to withstand her sword. Like,
yeah, and then she like the fight comes back, and then she like cuts up a piece, like an end piece of a larger piece of bamboo or whatever,
Yeah.
and she like jabs it.
I don't even know. You don't even know how to describe it.
It's like
whip jabs.
She spins it and like jabs it at the same time, so like the fucking end like opens up perfectly.
She smashed it and it split the, I guess,
Like
the
frayed
end of the
the
bamboo,
ends.
frayed the end, and so she spins it using the centrifugal force to spread it out, and then grabs
It splits in like perfect areas too, so it's like
Yeah.
perfectly split around this thing, and
Yeah.
it grabs her arm with like full sword as she's like trying to jab her with the sword.
It's like a Chinese arm trap instead of a
Yes.
finger trap. Like,
Yeah, I was like,
and it looked fucking terrible
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like
it
it was the one part in the movie where the CGI just looked like shit.
yeah, and then
It's so fucking bad.
Tina and I think Helena were the ones who found her, and they were like, "Hey, let's go." And then Ayane kind of runs off, and they keep going with stuff. And then I think right after that is the fight between Christy and Helena, because they were like looking at her tattoos.
Yeah.
because that has like the code to the vault for them to steal the money.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah.
So she ends up beating Helena, and then
Is that the one in the rain?
yeah, it's the one in the rain.
That one's a pretty sweet fight scene. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. A lot of ass shots too, so that was nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it
I
was
think
definitely-
right before that was also the fight where Tina beats the crap out of Zach.
a lot more emotion because this was finally the time two of the more main characters are now fighting each
Yeah,
other.
the ones you care about.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, sort of.
the ones you like to look at.
Yeah, the ones I want to see naked are fighting each other now, and one of them will have to leave the island. We thought, but I guess that's not really
I mean,
the case.
one of them lives there, so she doesn't really have to leave it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So they duke it out, and the one who lives there loses, and she's like, "Yeah, that sucks."
Yeah, it wasn't even like it didn't seem like a fair matchup. She didn't quite make it to Christina's level.
No, yeah, she just got whooped.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool with the slow mo. I mean, it's ridiculous, but with the rain and all that, I don't know. Kind of dug that one. I guess.
No, as far as the fights goes, probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
As
So
well as choreograph.
Right after
goes.
that, there's only like 4 people left. So Donovan, the main bad guy, like has them locked up after they go looking for Hayabusa, who they find in this secret room after they turn the head of a Buddha statue.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do in your day job?" It's like, "Yeah, I work at a fucking Get Out location, fucking escape room. This is for children."
And they fucking get locked up after they get gassed into these like chambers where it's supposed to like download the data from the nanobots.
Yeah,
that are in their blood. Which I don't understand why they need a specific chamber for that. Because I mean, they have the nanobots that are recording them. They could have just like had
can't
them.
they transmit the data?
This is 2006.
They should have like
we had Bluetooth, so like what the fuck?
They should have like been able to have like wireless shit going on, or at the very least been like, hey guys, we need to do another physical, and then pulled
this time
them
I'm
from
gonna have
the
to
blood.
stick the finger in the bum.
Yeah.
That's what the one guy would say, the nerdy dude.
Yeah, the old Weatherby who's like putting his moves on the Helena.
Yeah.
So yeah, they meet up with each other, and then they try to release the other guys after they see them like on the screen, because Donovan's a total bad guy, and they're like, "Hey, by the way, I should tell you that Donovan totally murdered your dad."
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, so you knew that the whole fucking time, and you said nothing to anyone?
Yeah, and then he zooms in on his face, and it's like a HAL 9000 2001 thing where he sees him say it, and then he sends a bunch of dudes to kill him and the chick.
Yeah.
And of course, she's not the best fighter, but she's better than 30 guards at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a stupid scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, she's trying to get him to release those guys, and then he gets all the information downloaded into his sunglasses or whatever, which make him like the invincible fighter because he can detect everything that they're gonna do ahead of time.
Yeah, so he has nanobots pulling the data, but he has to put the data into sunglasses.
Yeah, which have a camera attached to them for some reason.
That's
Why
to
not?
record the moves.
Yeah,
and
why
to
not
help
have
the computer make a prediction?
Why not put the nanobots like into his own body again? Like I don't understand.
Well, I'm
why
pretty sure he had nanobots inside his body. But no, what it was, the sunglasses is it analyzes the stance that the other person is doing, and it makes a prediction based off of their known moveset of what they're going to do.
So even though
and
he
how to react
has
to it.
all of their abilities, he's still too shitty to beat him.
Well, no,
he
he has his own. He has his
Yeah.
own fighting style. What it was is like he was downloading all these their fighting styles.
Yeah.
Right,
so
but Cameron's saying that's not contingent on wearing the glasses.
Yeah, so he can fight. He's a good fighter, but the whole reason the glasses are there is for the camera. And it basically just says, okay, they're about, it will analyze what they are about to do. That's the whole software. I have their fighting styles downloaded, and it'll know what they're about to do based off of how they're getting into it, and then predict how you should fight them based off of that.
Okay.
And that's why the technology was valuable, I guess.
Yeah, and like a bunch of random people were buying it, like one dude in a trucker hat, and then just like really normal looking dudes, like not businessmen in any way.
Yeah, they just want to be the ultimate fighter.
Yeah, I guess. So
to
he
go
starts transferring the data via fucking really old foldable cell phone.
Yeah.
And I think a part of it, too, was he does download their fighting ability and can use it, I guess, to an extent with the
I don't know. It's really unclear in this part.
Yeah.
Other than like the glasses allow him to predict the future. And so it turns out that he's actually keeping Hayate Kasumi's brother trapped. And he's like, when he gets all them downloaded, he's like, finally the moment I've been waiting a year for, which was really, I guess, just to fight Hayate.
Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic.
I know, it's like, only a year, but it was a year I didn't want to wait.
Yeah, the tech in this reminds me of this fucking this meme that I saw that was like, it was someone sending, it was in like a music video, and it was like, just remember the time that that R. Kelly, I think, sent somebody a text via Microsoft Excel, and it's like an image of, it says, "Where are you at? Hollow and you," and it's like the A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4 of Excel, and like that's the image in the fucking music video, and I saw that and I was dying, dude. This shit reminds me exactly of that. Like people who are like, "Nah, tech stuff.
Yeah.
Send it to the faces of these random men that are around the country," and then like. And then the download stops, and then it like there's a fucking notification later that's the CIA alert.
Oh yeah,
It's
like CIA alerted, like on
Someone
the
had
fucking
a-
big screen.
Someone had a program that.
They're like, yeah, you know what? We should probably have a little thing notification in case we need to alert the CIA.
yeah, just in case
No.
someone alerts the CIA internally,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all know.
He alerts the CIA via their website,
Yeah.
which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the CIA alert button, and
He's
he's
like,
got the CIA alert.
I can only do one thing at a time. I can either save our friends, or
Which really-
I can stop the download
Which
or
really
the transfer of
amounted to
information.
nothing. He like an anonymous tip. Hey, there's this island out here that's doing shady
Yeah,
stuff.
they didn't do fucking.
And
They
then,
didn't
yeah.
come or anything. It was like it just inspired the guy to be like, "Oh shit, I got to get out of here."
Yeah,
So he
anyways.
tells the Russian assassin Bayman to go grab the money from the vault, which is where Max is currently.
He's the only
he just
character I
opened it.
recognize.
Bayman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes there. He knocks out Max like fucking instantly. And he grabs the money while Donovan starts escaping, and then he gets to the control room where Helena and Weatherby are, and he kind of like beats the shit out of him, and he like slams his face against the keyboard, and like a couple of the keys like stick to his face.
Yeah, yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense, but it's funny.
Sticky keys.
Yeah, it's sticky keys. Yeah, he should have got the sticky keys alerted notification.
And so he like activates the self-destruct, which, oh my god, guys, why the fuck does every action movie in like the 90s and early 2000s, like every base have to have a fucking like self-destruct mode?
Hey man, just in case the government
like,
comes, just in case the CIA alert goes off, you can melt down all of your data. It's like,
just
I
the
don't know what
dumbest-
happened. My shit just blew up.
It's the dumbest idea in the world. Why would you want that built into your fucking thing? Like, technology could malfunction. Like, what happens if it just goes off?
Yeah, and you're sleeping and it just blows you to pieces.
Yeah,
Like,
especially like the time limit. It didn't even like, hey, set a time limit for this. It was like, you have 3 minutes to get the fuck off this island.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
yeah.
And they spend all of that fighting each other, like on the outside area, like where the statue was, where they initially climbed up at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, they do the ladder combat scene here.
Yeah, and that's
so
and Weatherby like wakes up from being knocked out and manages to free the other guys from the prison with like 3 button presses, which makes no sense. But anyway, so yeah, he gets them out of there.
Where's the prisoners released alert?
And they start fighting with Bayman, who's trying to get out of there with like 4 giant bags of money, and then Donovan like starts fighting with the other chicks. They manage to knock his sunglasses off.
Yeah.
He freaks out, starts running some more.
I'm nothing without my glasses.
Oh yeah, and then
You wouldn't hit a blind man.
he like before he starts fighting with Hayate, and he manages to beat the shit out of him because he's got those glasses that tell him exactly what he's gonna do. And he like flings him out. He gets flung out to where they had climbed up at the beginning, and that's where he meets Ayane, and they start making out, and then they're never seen again.
Yeah.
They literally just start after they start making out. They're just gone. After
Yeah.
that, they just like, and then the rest of the guys escape the island. They didn't manage to get the money. They start floating out in the water. The pirates from the beginning, from Tina's
for some
intro,
reason, those pirates were
start
there.
coming by, and they're like, "Haha, there's some people we can rob," even though like they're castaways and probably dead. But yeah, so they go up to him, and then like
it's Tina.
he flips the girl over, and it's Tina, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then they like steal the boat,
They steal the pirates.
and then
boat.
they see Hayabusa and the other 2 guys, so they rescue them, and then it kind of just ends, and then they get the after credits scene, but not really, where Tina, Kasumi, Helena and
God,
Christy are just like chatting, and then it turns out they're standing in front of like 1,000 dudes.
Yeah, it's
with
like they went
nothing
back to...
Yeah, they went back to like the temple, I guess, but everybody wants to kill them.
Why would you go back? They told you they were going to kill you. Like,
yeah, it literally makes no sense. They have no. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, that's Dead or Alive.
yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
just kind of super weird. A lot of like, there's a a subplot with the theft that makes absolutely no sense. Has like no impact on the story at all.
Yeah, all it leads to is her sleeping with a loser. Like,
It's really just a bunch of stupid stuff. The plot is pretty stupid. I mean, they're downloading their information to predict the future of those particular fighters.
yeah.
Or like all people who use those same fighting styles. I'm not exactly sure because it's really unclear what exactly he's selling. But yeah, so that's the plot. He's stealing people's fighting styles somehow.
Yeah. Show me your moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your moves.
But yeah, that's the plot. That's Dead or Alive. Nothing really there except for his weirdly not shit
We need to
compared
find
to the
our
other.
movie ranking book again.
Yeah, I don't know where that
Yeah,
is.
yeah. We need to get those.
Any guesses, guys, on what the Metacritic score is?
It's probably gonna be
I know exactly what it is, so I can't guess.
out of 100, right?
Yeah,
Mhm, yeah.
It's going to be
or the Rotten Tomato score. What did I say? Did I say Metacritic?
Metacritic, yeah.
It's probably
Okay,
going to be a
so-
solid
It's the Rotten Tomatoes.
18%.
Choice.
Let's go 30%.
It's 33%.
Wow.
I knew it was 33.
God damn
That's
it.
not too bad. That's 1/3 of people thought it was at least a 3-star movie.
That's honestly one of the better scored movies.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
for me, I'd probably put it just below the Tomb Raider movies.
The best rated one was fucking. It was Rampage, and Rampage at like 52.
Yeah.
Something. But
It
now
was
I think it's less now.
Tomb
Oh, no,
Raider
it's
and
52.
Rampage are tied, and then Pokemon Detective Pikachu is 68.
68, yeah.
That's a little high for that.
I
I
enjoyed
think
it.
that's all right.
And then Mortal Kombat, Prince of Persia, Resident Evil, Final Chapter, Resident Evil, and then
Yeah,
Dead or
they,
Alive.
they got 37s, 34, and then Dead
and
or
then
Alive
Silent Hill,
33.
which, yeah, man, that's aesthetically that's a fucking awesome movie. But yeah, it's shitty too. It actually made money though. Every other movie around this one made a fuckload of money, except for Far Cry, which made 740,000. But that also doesn't have a score. That's not a good sign. But yeah, this is up there, and I honestly kind of agree with that. As stupid as the plot is, I like the chicks.
It's number 8
They're
as
pretty.
far as the ranked ones for
Yeah.
the score.
Yeah.
So that's not bad, considering all of these, like, until fucking Detective Pikachu were at like 50%.
Yeah, I feel like they're all in really good shape, and they have pretty good fight choreography.
Actually, all
in
the
this thing.
highest rated ones are recent. So the previous highest one was 46% at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, every other one has come out in the last
2 years. Or no, just a year, because like fucking 2018 for both Rampage and Tomb Raider.
Well, Mortal
and Detective
Kombat's
Pikachu was this
95.
year. Well, I know, but like for the top 3.
Oh yeah, top
those
3 are recent.
are the most recent ones. Yeah, so that's pretty intense.
Yeah, they're figuring something out. As dumb as the plot is for this movie, though, I think the one girl, what's her name, the cowboy one?
Tina?
Yeah, Tina, she's actually pretty good with the fights. Her choreography was really solid in this movie. I was actually kind of impressed with the fighting scenes.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, given what this movie is, for the most part, I don't know. I kind of liked it for that, at least. Not much else.
Not much
the plot's
else.
pretty dumb. The soundtrack's kind of whatever. The acting is
Yeah,
hammy, but it's
it's-
fun.
Yeah, it's not a. I don't know. It's not a movie that's shitty to watch. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's more fun to watch than most of these other ones have been.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
There are ones that are funnier because they're horrible, but I don't know. This one's kind of just better because it's not super shitty.
Yeah, I don't know, and I liked I do kind of like the action in the movie, and there are some pretty funny, over the top, ridiculous moments.
Yeah, like with Zach trying to flirt with Tina all the time, and then she removes his underwear or his swimming suit, so he's just
he's just naked. Yeah,
he's just naked as the Leon guy fucking falls right on top of him in the swimming pool.
Yeah, and we don't get any actual nudity, unfortunately. Like I said before, like the tits. You got a movie that's based on video games. It's either got to be really funny or tits. And
Dead or Alive, it's always been really close to full nudity, but then they're like, haha, not really.
And the movie kind of goes along in that spirit too, so it kind of works for what it is. I don't know, Cameron, what do you think? I mean,
I said before I'd probably put it right underneath the Tomb Raider movies for me.
Okay, so it's kind of top tier.
Mm-hmm.
As we go along, it's going to get, it's going to adjust. But I kind of agree with that. I think it's probably, and we need to find our old list and recompile it.
Yeah.
We'll get that by next time. By the next time we do an actual movie, I think we should have them. It's actually not bad. It's not a terrible experience.
It's not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there's fun. There's fun in there, and there are some of these shit movies that are shit and don't have any fun. And this is definitely not one of them. So that's I am glad for that. So, yeah.
Yep.
Well, we should probably play some Dead or Alive games, too, for the show.
Yeah, schedule some party time where we all play games like this.
That's, I think 5 and 6 are both free to play. They have a shitload of DLC, but it's mostly cosmetic stuff, like skins. I think some of the characters you have to buy too, but for the most part, it's the core characters that you can have and play for free. I think they also have a story mode that'll probably be 20 minutes long.
Oh, okay. We could do that. I wouldn't take very long. I don't know. That's going along with what we were talking about earlier, with just playing games together. It's something we've kind of lost. So maybe we can get into these. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that's up to you guys, which, of course, you can support us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/NudeClan. You can give us your dough, help support the show, help support future shows as well. Keep those.
The Conan cast.
That's right. Which you don't even know if it'll happen for sure. But thank you to Ivan and David Portnov, recent patron donors. We really appreciate it. And, of course, thank you to all of our other Patreon guys. It's a real helpful way to support the show, and we really appreciate it. Other ways to do so, we've got a PayPal account that you can donate to directly if you'd rather do that. You can sign up for Audible, audibletrial.com/NudeClan. Excellent thing to do. Audible is a lifesaver for crappy jobs or even commutes, big or small. All of us use it, and you guys have a shitload of time on it, and I've only got 17 days or so.
I'm going to check my time.
I don't even want to know anymore.
You don't want to know if it's Craig's.
Yeah, I don't listen as much as I used to because I can't.
Yeah, you actually have actual work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say though, I just listened to Hero with 1,000 Faces and
All right, so I'm at 2 months, 25 days, 11 hours, and 30 minutes.
I don't think I'm smart enough to just listen to that book. It's deep, and I think it's mostly because it goes over big ideas fast, and so I'm thinking about it, and I'm oh wow, that's really cool. And then I tune back in, and it's on the next idea, and I'm oh shit, well, okay.
Yeah.
So there's some that are just, you should read it physically instead and take your time with it. But most of them on Audible I found extremely enjoyable, and it's a great way to read.
Whenever you have a book like that, though, and there's interesting topics that you like to think about as you're going through it, just bookmark it so you can come back to that spot later and then see if there's any other supporting material you can read up about that particular topic.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it has that bookmark function. But I love Audible now. It's really great. I got the Conan, the Sumerian Barbarian collection, the original works.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty sweet so far. Yeah, I like it.
The stories are so good, man. They're always just the chick, and then she's I want you, Conan. And he's all right.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's what's best in life, you know?
It is what's best in life.
So that's a great way to support the show, and it's a great way to support your brain. Give you something to think about, give you something to go through while you're sitting at your shitty job and grinding away at the day. You can check out other podcasts on the network. Ultima Final Fantasy, a weekly Final Fantasy podcast, coming to an end weekly-wise, but we will still finish up other games. We have the Puff Puff Hour with Craig and a couple other buddies that we know doing the Dragon Quest games. So if you're into that series, there's like 11 or 12 episodes of that. Hopefully, we'll get another one soon.
Yeah.
If you guys actually finish that game. And Song of Schweiss and Johnson, a Game of Thrones podcast, going through season 6 right now. And then we have Super Sexy with a big backlog. We have Getting Fat with Caleb and Joe, big backlog. And, yeah, so lots of shit to listen to. And, of course, just, subscribe and leave us a review. And we really appreciate it. Even if it's a dick review, whatever. Fuck it, we'll rage on you.
Do we have any more of the reviews?
No, not since the last asshole review that we did. The one where like, don't joke about this and this because it upsets my sensitive sensibilities. I mean, we joked about death claws. Isn't that from fucking Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? What do you mean? Don't joke about? Don't you joke about those fake creatures? I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know.
You'll have to read that review again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to scour the annals of Nude Clan to find that which is Deathclaw and upsetting. I don't know, but fuck those people.
Like the last time, I feel like, I don't know, Fallout 4 review?
Yeah, maybe. That was the first fucking game review we ever did.
I don't think we talked about them outside of that.
I don't think so, but fuck, I don't know, man. But yeah, lots of great ways to do it. Enjoy all of the content. There's so many hours of podcasts on our network out there, so please enjoy it all. And yeah, I guess we will...
before we go, guys, in 2 weeks we are doing a special 200th Q&A.
Oh yes, yeah.
So start sending in questions for us to answer. Video game questions, whatever you want, at the Nude Clan Q hashtag or on the Discord.
Or just on the forums. We'll set up a site or a page on the forums too.
Yeah.
Just let us know. It's 200 episodes of Nude Clan. It's a big deal, and we want to do like a big Q&A. You can ask us about really anything. Podcast related, gaming related, all of it. It's like a big celebration of our 200th episode, and we want to make it a big, wide open Q&A. That'll also give us a little more time with Sekiro, and we're gonna need it. So, yeah, I think we should roll with that.
Yep.
You guys want to do? I think we have a game nomination we have to do. All right, guys. So we have a forcible entry with Cameron and Caleb, but we're deciding to waylay that for now.
We got Sekiro in the background right now. And
yeah.
Cam can't be playing that while playing like a 50-hour RPG.
Yeah, so Reathimus, thank you so much for your patron and your support and your patronage and all of that shit. Xenogears, Shin Megami Tensei 3, Nocturne, Shadow Hearts Covenant, Star Ocean Second Story, and Breath of Fire 4 will be nominated. But not this time because we have too much on our plates right now. So next time Cameron and Caleb come around, we'll gladly throw those up.
Yeah, we'll definitely get that going. And Schweiss will definitely join us for Nocturne if it gets voted on.
Yeah, I need to. I really need to.
Yeah.
So we haven't forgotten about you, but we are going to wait because of just how long Sekiro is going to take us, we think. We don't want to have 2 games delayed forever. So... executive decision to do that. What are the nominations?
So the nominations are Uncharted 2, Horizon Chase Turbo, Soul Calibur 6, and Daemon X Machina.
Oh, okay. Daemon X Machina, huh? Nice.
Yeah, that Armored Core game.
Give it a reason. Give it a reason to exist.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah. That is it for us for that. And we do have a Patreon giveaway as well.
Yeah, so let's find out who won the drawing. Jared Carpino.
All right, Jared, hit us up on Twitter or through Patreon. Let us know what consoles you have. We'll let you know what games are available for those consoles or Steam, and we'll get you hooked up.
Yep.
All the games we played recently, we have copies of for the show that we've reviewed. And
we still have 3 copies of Bulletproof.
We do.
Not Bulletproof, Blood on the
Blood
Sand.
in the Sand, yeah, 50 Cent. So get a hold of us, and we'll send you out a game. And guys, I mean, give us your reviews and shit. We've got copies of movies that we don't need just sitting around. Yeah. Give us a review, let us know it's you, and we'll send you some of those too. We got stuff. And for those of you that we owe stickers to, by the way, we're getting those printed, and those will get sent out as soon as possible. Sorry for the delay. I've had a bitch of a time getting the Season 4, or whatever season we're in now, Season 3? I don't fucking know. Whatever season this is, logo, I think it's 4, printed. It's been a giant pain in the ass, but we're going to get that worked out soon, and we'll get those sent to you. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Thank you so much. Junk Food King, Skull Haiti, Ivan, Rathmas, Chase Ariaslani, DK Asuna, Keoki, Jared Carpino, Liliana Gose, Nicholas Carpasso, Sear, Kelsey Rose, Ryan McPherson, Jared Leach, Douglas Hopkins, Troy Kavanaugh, Jim Lee, Austin Bracken, Digimass, Alex Rad, Stephen Huffman, William Flores, David Dorsey, David Portnow, Penguin Mage, James Gameboy, Happy Puppet, Suzanne Bardsley, Victor Hart, Angry Ass Black Dude, California, Brad Perrick, Nick Craig, and Ainsley, so much for your support. We really appreciate it. It helps keep the lights on, our little sweet little China ball above our podcasting recording table. It helps keep that fucker running bright and proud.
I think your power bill does that.
Yeah, that actually doesn't help that, but it could. If I were able to pinpoint exactly how much it costs me to run the show, we would pay for it that way. But in theory, the China ball is thanks to you, and so is this wonderful table. So thank you guys for your contributions to the podcast. Let's do some Hog League. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hog League. Week 4. Our matchups this week, guys. Schweiss's Sweatmeisters against Chase, that Chase squad. Dukes of Death against the Step Motherfuckers. Ramage's Rompers against Matunica's Heroes. That Doesn't Counts versus the Most Offensives. Abrat Cracks the Whip against A4 Last Place. So, first up, Schweiss's Sweatmeisters. Guys, we finally actually won a round. 335 to 128. Top Schwettmeister was fun to mop. Top on Chase's team was himself, who had all but 33 of his team's points. So, come on, people. All right, Dukes of Death take out the Step Motherfuckers 1074 to 1008 with a 100-point catch-up penalty for one of the Death Swords, or Dukes of Death, anyway. Death Sword, top Duke, top Step Motherfucker, angry-ass black dude himself. Ramage's Rompers against Matunica's Heroes. The Heroes take it 574 to 359. Top performer on the Heroes, Porcupine Racer. The top romper, Krenital himself. That Doesn't Count against the Most Offensives. The closest one thus far, Doesn't Count's take it 243 to 222. Top Doesn't Count, Jake, the master of not counting. Top Most Offensive, Player by Nature. Last, but certainly not least, Abrak cracks the whip, and the whip connects on A4's skinny white ass this week. 477 to 305. The top whip is Alec. The top A4 is Arrow Bit. All right, guys, this next week's matchup, Week 5, is going to be Schweiss's Sweatmeisters against A4 Extreme. The Dukes of Death against Abrak Cracks the Whip. The Most Offensive against Thy Chase Squad. The Step Motherfuckers against Ramage's Rompers. And the Doesn't Counts against Matunica's Heroes. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed this review of Dead or Alive. And get your hog. I'm gonna start adding people to teams and like either replacing members that aren't actually contributing or just tacking other people onto it. So I know there have been a couple new users. I'm gonna get you changed over. We'll get you guys hooked up. But as always, guys, until next time, live always in the nude.
Yeah!